Hey, what's up? Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Got the D-Man here, and I'm glad you could join me as always. I'm going to take a lead off of a Red Pill creator, 33 Secrets. I listen to some of his stuff sometime. I listened to him a few years back, and I thought he was kind of full of crap, but maybe it was where I was at. But some of his stuff I agree with, so... He was talking about women in their 30s saying, what do they say? The 30 is the new 20. Well, it's not actually. So let's talk about that. I'm 61 years old, and I understand about feeling young and looking young and taking care of yourself. But when you're 61, you're 61, and when you're 30, you're 30. It is different for a man than for a woman. Excuse me. Men have more longevity as far as their SMV than women do, and we'll go to that with about the woman's eggs. Men can have children. I could have another kid today. Richard Gere had 2 kids, one at the age of 68 or 69 and another one at the age of 70 or 71. So a man can have children up until the day he dies, and that's just the way it is. But a woman has a clock that runs, and it runs out around 30 to 40 years old. Okay, so let's look at that. There is an ABC News, and it says the better. 90% of eggs are gone by the age 30. Now, that's a woman. That's just the way it is. You don't have to like it. And men look at women in regards to their fertility. That's one of the things men look for. That's one of the things that attracts men to women. Now, some of you women won't like that, but that's the way it is. Men are attracted when they see a young, fertile woman. And because they want to reproduce, and they want a strong, fertile woman to carry their lineage on down the road, okay, down the line when they're gone. That's just the way it is. You don't have to like it. Now, when a woman gets to be around 30, a man looking to start a family or wanting to have more kids is going to think twice about being with her. It doesn't mean she's a bad person. It doesn't mean she doesn't have value. But in the SMV, the sexual market value, if he's looking to reproduce and have children, then that's not going to work. When I married the second time or the third time, I've been married more than once, I wanted to have 15 kids. So thus I had to look for a woman. I couldn't look here in the States because they have the age limit here. I had to look for a young woman. In many countries, the age of consent is lower than it is here. It used to be low here too, but now the laws have changed, and we have to respect that, of course. I wanted to have 15 kids, and I was in my 30s, so I found a woman in another country who was 15, and we got married. I met the family. It was agreed to by the family, and we didn't have any sexual intercourse until we were legally married. Then we didn't do it after that either, until we were married in the church. Okay, then we consummated the marriage. And we had 6 kids, and when she got to be in her 20s, she wanted to start running around, which now she regrets. She wished she would have stayed with me. She wished she would have been faithful, but that's what she chose. Now I have all 6 kids. She's back in her country. She had another kid. And as I said, many times she's regretted that. She's told me she wishes she could have gotten back with me. I could still be back with her today if that is what I wanted, but I don't. Okay? And now she's 39 or 40. But here's the problem. A lot of women, nobody tells them. I told my daughter, your best ages, of course here in the U.S., are between the ages of 18 and 25 to lock down a high-value man. Someone who's a good provider, who can protect you, who can take care of you, who can give you children, and give you the opportunity to stay home and raise those children if that's what you want to do. Okay, because that's what men are looking for. They're looking for women from the ages, at least here in the United States, from the ages of 18 to 25. And part of the problem today is when men look at women, at least I know I think of this, and other men I've spoken to think of the same thing. I look at women now that are 22 and 23, and I think they've already been run through. They've been with a lot of men already. Now, a lot of you women, if you're listening to this, I don't have many women that listen to this, might be thinking, well, what's the difference? You guys get to go out and sleep with whoever you want to. Yes, and that is the way social society looks at it. Men sleep with a lot of women, and they're praised. It's like they're honored for that. women sleep with a lot of men and they're degraded. They're called a garden tool. Okay? Now the reason that is, one reason, is because when a woman has a sexual intercourse with a man, all she has to do is say yes. A man has to have some value and he has to put effort into it. So a woman can go out and have sex whenever she wants to, just by saying yes. If she's a nice looking woman, at any time she has many beta orbiters around that she can just call up and they'll come over and have sex with her. So it's easy for her. And as with all things in life that are easy, we don't value things that come easily. So every time she goes out and sleeps with another man, she lowers her value. And it's also statistically proven that once a woman hits double digits of sexual encounters with a man, her chances to be able to pair bond and stay with one man drop dramatically. They don't increase, they drop. So that's something to think about too. So my advice to women and to you men is to find, if you want to have children and you want to have a good woman, is to find one who has been with less than 5 men. I know that's difficult nowadays. When my day it wasn't so difficult, because now girls are like actually encouraged to go out and have sexual experiences, regardless of they really don't know what the consequences are. But these things are important for you to know as a man, and for women to know also. And so many of the fathers don't teach their children this. I teach my kids this. I teach my daughter to value herself. If a person values himself, he doesn't go out and give himself away to everyone. Give herself away to everyone. And the man doesn't go out and give away everything he has. A man is valued for what he can do, what he can provide. So if he goes out and gives all his resources, or gives his resources to a woman who's not reciprocating, then he's a simp. He's weak. And she sees that the same way as we see a woman that goes out and sleeps with a bunch of men. If you're providing resources and she's not reciprocating. And there are a lot of men today that do that. They provide for women, they give them rides, they take them out to eat, and they never get any reciprocation. This woman looks at you like a garden tool, except a male garden tool. So remember that. It's okay to give to women. It's okay to pay for the date. It's okay to buy things for women if she is reciprocating. But don't do it to get something from her. Unless you're playing a game with her, that's a little different deal. But in regards to that, don't take a woman on an expensive date expecting her to give you something back, which is usually sex. It doesn't work. If you want to go to an expensive restaurant and you want to take her along because you want her to accompany you, that's different. So, and you pay. Men seem to have an issue about who pays today. If you're asking her to come with you, you pay. If she offers to pay, let her pay. If not, you pay. Simple as that. You're the man. You're supposed to lead. You pay. This equalism, that's ridiculous. It doesn't work, okay? Men and women are not the same. Men have always been the leaders. That's not to say there's not a woman or two out there who hasn't led and who hasn't been great, who hasn't been a great leader. There are. But in general, men lead. And if you're not leading your woman, you're following her. And guess what? Women don't respect men who follow them, contrary to what they show you on TV. I'm about to lose my voice. That's all I got for today. Thanks for joining me. If you'd like to get my help personally, my website is marksinspiration.com. Share this with a friend if you think it will be of value to them. And I'm out of here. Got to go to work. Have a great day.